All right, guys, what's going on? Second installment of the prep series. Like I said, with Andrew's help, we're bringing you a video every single week, just showcasing the process. My intention with these videos is just to really show you the real, the raw, week by week, what's going on, how's my training. And yeah, it's repetitive stuff. You guys have already seen this leg day, but I'm here to bring you guys value. So with every video that I bring you guys, I want to show you some sort of thing that's going to add to your journey, whether it's your competitive journey, your health and fitness journey, your own bodybuilding journey, any of those things. So that's the point of all these videos. Don't mind the repetitiveness, because that's just the real, right? It's that monotony over time. It's doing the same things over and over and over and over again that's going to get you those astounding results. I hope that by watching this series, you guys get to see that evolution of how my body's changing, my mindset. You know, I'm just gonna, these vlogs, I call them vlogs now, because there's just gonna be training vlogs. You're just gonna be like a bird's eye view, a fly on the wall, watching me train, you know, seeing how my character is, my energy, all the ebbs and flows. And I'll share as much as I can with you guys about how I'm feeling. But truth be told, it doesn't matter how I'm feeling. I really don't take feeling into account, because there's work that needs to be done. Right? I think a lot of people let emotions dictate too much, which leads me to my first point. My first point here is that prep is underway. I'm this morning, as of now, 236 pounds. That's a pretty big drop from like 241, so about 5 pounds here. And it hasn't even really been the first week yet. We just got the diet going. We just got the process going, but that's normal. You know, a lot of people would freak out, like, oh my God, I lost 5 pounds in a few days. Am I getting smaller? I actually welcome the change, because the initial stages of prep, I'm so looking forward to it, because I've been in such a mode where it's like, okay, you're eating abundance of food, your inflammation's high, water retention's high. So that initial drop is just actually just water retention. Your body's just like normalizing again. And I don't know about you guys out there, but for me, the beginning stages of prep, I become very efficient. My body becomes very efficient. It's like I get a new second wind. That even though I'm eating less food, recovery's not any less, because all my routines that I've been maintaining all throughout the off season, all those things have been substantiated and are continuous. It's not just that because, okay, I'm prepping now I have to get all my whole life in order or my process in order. The process has already been there. It's just the goal changes. And with that goal change, obviously a little bit things change with the food and what you're doing to get to that goal. But all the constituents, all the constructs of support and structures that got me here are still there. Sleep's great, recovery routine habits are great. Like yesterday, I just got a full body massage. Shout out to Jess. She's out of Cult Fitness, works out of there, but she's a great massage therapist. I just got my hands on with her yesterday. She really knows what she's doing, definitely helped me out. But I like to do that at the beginning of the prep just to freshen up. But yeah, enough talking. We'll get into this training vlog. As I see fit, I'll be talking, chiming in. But yeah, nothing should change, guys. Like, just because food's lower, I'm still gonna be pushing myself. In prep, at the early stages, I'm still making progress. Even though I'm not necessarily in a surplus, right? But all factors considered, I'm sure you guys know what I'm meaning. Like when we start to escalate things and, you know, you'll get that initial, you have all the tools there to continue to make progress. I loathe those individuals that, oh, food's getting cut, now I'm tired, now my training sucks, or now I can't get a pump. Throw all that out of the window. Push yourself in the right way, or at least prep in the right way, know what you're doing, and I guarantee you, watch, I'm still gonna make a ton of improvements here at the beginning of prep before we really start to suck things down and have to make that weight. But I don't foresee that happening for another, you know, at least 10 weeks. But yeah, all right. Guys, I love this feeling, you know? when that first initial drop off of weight, like you just feel so fresh. You get in here, you get excited to train again. I'm not gonna lie, towards the end of the off season, you know, there's some sessions I dread coming because I'm like, put on my fucking shoes and I'm already out of breath. Imagine some of the sets I take, you know, pushing those sets. It gets uncomfortable, but you know, there's a purpose behind it. But now, you know, this new lower weight is a 4 or 5 pounds, makes a real difference. All right, guys, so 2 weeks ago, or not 2 weeks ago now, time flies by so fast, but over Christmas that week, if you go back a couple of videos, I said I took a deload. Now, this is a golden tip for you guys because I see this implemented so wrong across the board. I took that deload, I scaled everything back, freshened up the physique. That was great. The first week back in the gym from that deload, I'm not going back to 100% as of yet. And this is what people misunderstand. When you deload and you properly come back from a deload, there's so much of this newfound space of progression. So the same loads you were taking prior to the deload, you know, you don't have to reach those immediately. I'm still working my way back up 3 weeks after that deload now, but every increment back up that ladder is more refined. So I'm getting more out of everything that I'm doing all the way back up to that top set weight. I'm getting better engagement, better pumps, better muscle contractions. I have that mind-muscle connection, feeling each of the reps, cleaning up each rep. Fundamentally important for you guys to understand this if you guys do take deloads, or just understanding the principle behind real progression. Because it's not just load chasing. Progressive overload in itself has so many different facets that I just listed there that you can refine and progress and really get a lot more out of your training than just, oh, first week back, gotta go back to 100% loads. It's a huge mistake and wasting your deload. Honestly blessed for another year to be able to go at this, you know. Be in a position where I'm healthy, I have the capability, the opportunity to continue to pursue this again. I'm not retiring anytime soon, but at a certain point you realize, you know, to appreciate these things, these opportunities, these chances, these seasons, because it's one less that you get in the total of your journey. So before You guys out there thinking about the next show, the next prep, learn to center yourself where you are at in your phase, or where you're at in your journey. Cementing it for a little bit, appreciate it, because you blink and that stuff flies by. I'm amazed that, and blessed, I'm going to my 8th season as a pro. Fuck. Great thing about being lighter too is just you feel a little bit more athletic. I'm kind of more go, go, go. And I'm able to catch my breath more in between sets. It's that efficiency I'm talking about. And again, that's what makes me really look forward to coming to train. Just being that athlete, feeling good. Being able to move weight without too much pain or discomfort. Because when you're heavier, and your peak weight, you gotta factor in you're moving heavy weight, but also you're moving your body along with that. Especially movements like these or squats or anything like that. So, maybe some reevaluation for you guys out there if you guys are bulking or in the growth phase and things aren't just feeling right for you. Evaluate how long you've been there. Evaluate maybe a pivot might be in order where you do a little mini cut or a little mini reset, scale things back a little bit. That just gives you room to, one, assess and see if you truly need to come down all the way, or, just a little bit of reset can help you catapult yourself even further with some more progress. Because you don't have to stay stuck and feel that kind of sticking point. there's a point, I mean, for me, in the maintenance phase, yeah, I had to be there for at least a couple of weeks, embrace that part of it. But yeah, time and time again, I just get reminded about the joys of these little things in prep and when things first start up and everything. I'm a big believer in putting out your goals into the universe, you know, kind of emanating that energy of what you want to achieve, what you want to do, you know, voicing out to God, letting him know your plans and what you want to achieve, praying for it. This is the year where I feel like I'm going to put it all together. All the work, the lessons, the sacrifices, the time. It's going to be a pivotal year for me. A huge block on that foundation we're building. A huge step up this enormous mountain where I can settle a foothold and be able to look down and be like, wow, that's how far I fucking came. That's why I have this, again, emanating energy, this confidence. I'm not afraid to put it out there. Before I was afraid to share my goals and stuff, right? Off the notion that, you know, what they don't know, they can't ruin. But I began to realize, like, the only person that was stopping me was me. You know. So, yeah. Let's get better. Come on. Fuck. I'm also taking applications for a weight caddy. Not a training partner. I don't think I'm gonna have one this prep. But a weight caddy. Send me a DM. The pay is good. Might even get some free coaching out of it. So there's been a small change to my training. If you guys notice, I usually start quad day with adductors. We didn't do that this time. And even though it's quad day, I always start with hamstrings just to kind of warm up that posterior, get things going. But also, hamstrings is one of the things that you can really never have too much of. So it stays a priority. But a majority of the bulk work is quad focus. But the reason I didn't do adductors, I stopped doing in the beginning, is because I realized like when my inner thigh gets pumped, it really forces my hips and my knees to go like this way because of that pump in between my legs. So if I mitigate that, my knees can stay more in line, and I don't have those aggravations of those pains. So it's a smart change on my part of not doing adductors first. I brought my adductors up, it really helps with the thickness of the legs. And also, I used to squat before going to the leg press that you saw. I changed it because, again, I'm trying to get the most out of what I'm doing. I would get more out of pushing more weight on that in a safe, controlled manner than I would truly progressing the squat. I'm still gonna progress this thing, but because I have it where I do in the workout after leg extensions, hack press, and this, I'm not gonna have to tack on as much weight to get the same stimulus because my legs are already taxed. And that's a smart way to really preserve the integrity of your structures, like your knees, your hips, your joints, your back, especially considering you're in prep now too. So as you continue with prep, changing those facets of your training where it promotes more safety, more stability, more control, targeting the right muscles you want to target versus just doing things for the sake of doing things all because I got to get my squat or whatever. So just a tip right there for you about why I changed things and what I changed. Crazy. Yeah. So funny, even to this day, I'll go to like Target or the grocery store and when people see me, they're like, how much you squat? How much you bench? How much you deadlift? I couldn't tell you. I really don't care so much how much I lift. At this point, it's about how much proper stimulation I can get, how much growth I can get out of that, how much can I recover from, how can I not get injured so I can keep doing this, all the while making the best progress possible. Don't get me wrong though, I think I was watching the other day some dude doing like a raw 2000 in just a regular gym, like showing up to a Crunch Fitness and putting up the big three and hitting like 2000 raw. No belt, no belt, no like suit or whatever. I don't technically know, I'm not gonna pretend I know what the true definition of raw means, but he wasn't wearing that much equipment and he was beltless, so. But he did it. He did it. And I'm thoroughly impressed. It's crazy. Just to walk in any gym and do that. But it just goes to show, guys, like, there's gonna be genetic freaks out there. Like, even in bodybuilding, you see, at training at the gym, I see Keon almost every day. And it's like, yeah, and it's like, well, the thing is, I've known him since like 2020 before he became Mr. Olympia. And even back then, you could just see, like, yeah, that's gonna be Mr. Olympia. And he did it. But I'm not the strongest. I'm not the biggest. But I do have that structure, shape, muscle bellies. Sorry. Usually I take this as a back off set, but feeling pretty fucking good today. So last week I only did 2 plates and a quarter for about 12. This week I wanted to kind of test myself. I was feeling good. Slept on 3. Did a solid 10 there. And I'm gonna do it again. Don't make things complicated, guys. You know, sometimes trust your gut. Trust the logbook. My logbook's in my head. And just progress. Push yourself, progress. Go home. Do all the right things to recover, come back, do it again. And boom, you got muscles. Come on, 2 more. Yes. All right, guys, so we're gonna finish off with single leg press. Just 1 top set here to failure on both legs. Finish up quads, and that's it. Fuck. All right, guys. Second video, second installment of the 2026 season is a wrap. Hope you guys enjoyed the training vlog. Again, thank you for watching the video. Seriously, every view means a lot. We are tracking really well to hit that 1,100 subscriber mark. We're at like 1080 right now. I appreciate every single one of you that hit subscribe, like the video, comment, share the video. I've been really enjoying this medium of sharing myself, my journey, my process with this long form style. You know, I've gotten so much good feedback from you guys about getting to know me more, understand me more, hear me speak, see my personality, see what it's like. And that's what I want to continue to bring. That genuine, authentic portrayal of me and bodybuilding, this sport that I love. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the man behind the camera for making all this happen. He's on the up and up, you know, so stay tuned for content with Mike Sommerfield, Keon Pearson, Mr. Olympia 3-time 212. Andrew's the guy behind all that stuff coming up. So I'm very proud of him, and I'm very grateful to have him doing all this stuff for me. But yeah, all right, guys, like, subscribe, share the video, comment what you want to see more, and let's get shredded. Peace out.